The world is in constant movement, and so are the animals in it. Working out where they came from is not always easy. Yes, aliens and introduced species are our subject this time. The lack of a single protein produces a natural alien. And when two different creatures mate, they may also create something strange. For our own pleasure, we often remove animals from their natural homes, but they pay a heavy price. And the fence that doesn't mean a loss of freedom, but a fresh chance for life. Sadly, man, in his arrogance, has often treated animals as if they were his own playthings.
The Romans began it 2,000 years ago in their Circus Maximus. And modern crowds still love displays of wild creatures under our control. And often, the wilder they are, the louder the applause. In Provence, in southern France, the matadors in this contemporary amphitheatre try to pluck a rosette from a bull's back. Spectators who could never manage such a thing come to marvel. And the same happens when the cowboys arrive in town. Using human skill and courage to subdue raw animal strength has been a perennial challenge. And the more awesome the creature, the better. Orcas, or killer whales, are so intelligent that they can learn all manner of tricks in a matter of months. But living in a tank, no matter how large, is a poor substitute for the ocean. But if entertainment like this brings the plight of wild orcas to the notice of a wider public, then the loss of freedom for those in captivity might just be worthwhile. We're intrigued by the animal kingdom. But our interest is, unfortunately, the cause of their confinement. There is, however, some good news too. Tanks and cages are being replaced by open-plan enclosures that contain natural-looking pools and ponds. Visitors to the best modern zoos, like the Burger Zoo in the Netherlands, enter a world where the animals are much less confined. The visitors actually have to go and look for the animals, which are not imprisoned and spoon-fed, but free to roam in more or less native landscapes. A safari park is a good example of this compromise. Here, there's enough room for different species to mingle, just as they might do on the plains of Africa. The people stand back and give the animals some breathing space. But it's still an alien environment. A far better solution is to leave the animals where they are, and for us to put our marching boots on and go to them. These usually solitary grizzly bears have gathered for their annual feast on migrating salmon, a far more thrilling sight than you'd ever find in a zoo. Here, the visitors feel privileged to have entered the domain of the grizzlies. In fact, the popularity of ecotourism reveals how our tastes are growing ever more sophisticated. Out on safari, people want the natural world untouched. And these days, we're able to see it as it's never been seen before.